All right. What's up, everybody? I know you're here for the clickbait. You got to wait till the end. So we got a whole lot of other stuff to talk about first. So let's get to it. All right, everybody. So we're over here working on a side project. Little red's hiding in the back there. There we go. I'll cover it up. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do some switching around. I'm switching to some ARP hardware. I have to install this SFI certified flex plate, and then I gotta put the tranny back in. So I have my tranny jack there. I'm gonna get under there. I'm gonna jack the tranny up. Trying to leave the motor in there, so I'll jack it up, unbolt everything, slide the motor and the tranny and converter back, pull off everything while it's in there, because I can go up a little bit higher. I might even do that. I might lift the car a little higher, make my life easier. After I get the tranny on the jack. But yeah, so we'll do that, and then we'll install the flex plate. And what else are we gonna do? I think that'll be it for now. All right, let's do this. Try and get my hat not to catch on everything. So we slide past the really pretty oil pan to space. Oh, converter's there. This is here. I'm not gonna really move it much further than where that is. There's plenty of space in here. So I'm gonna take these bolts off, and then I'm gonna switch those to the ARP. And we're gonna get the nice proper flex plate on here. And I probably bent the hell out of this one getting stuff out, and I don't really care because it's stock and we're getting rid of it. All right, so Steve is working up there. He's currently setting up the valley cover, and we're gonna come under here. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. So now we're gonna bolt the converter in with fancy ARP hardware. And then under here will be done for now. And we're gonna go put an intake on and accessories and do all that fun stuff. So back to time lapse. All right, so what y'all just watched was me poorly sealing up the whole inside of that flange. On these cast manifolds, it's really best if you do both sides, because the cast really doesn't weld to the stainless very well, so it's kind of one of those. So it did screw up the outside of my weld just a little bit, but I'm okay with that because it's sealed. I used a little bit thicker rod because I'm kind of limited on my thin stuff right now. I have to go to the weld store on Monday, so using the thicker stuff isn't a bad idea. Plus in there it was easier to smooth it out, so it smoothed out that transition quite a bit. There's no more hard break edge there. Not that it really mattered, it was going from smaller to bigger, but just wanted to fix it either way. I'm gonna take probably the pad and kiss some of these uglier spots and clean it up a little bit. And then this one is done. Ooh, it's toasty. This one's done for right now. What I'm gonna go do in a second is I'm gonna take one of these V-band assemblies and see how much room I have using that CTS-V manifold to just weld this V-band to that. If I can just stuff that up in there like this and still have access to the nut where all this stuff is, then I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna test that out real quick. And then we'll come back in. If that works, the next thing we'll do is we'll weld this on there. I'll kind of eyeball it and then go from there. So we'll be back. All right, I ain't mad at that for free floating my hands. So you can see the way this is set up. So I was free floating. And let's see. That one was a little more secure. Ain't bad. Not bad. All right, so tonight, this one's done. Still a little toasty, but fully welded there. Fully welded in there. Clamped the V-band on there so it can cool overnight with the V-band in place. So hopefully it doesn't spring too bad, but you can see. Just welded all the way in there. Definitely not the prettiest stuff. Using a bigger cup is kind of a pain in the butt for that because that thing is huge, but it works. Next step is to figure out how to go from this hole to something like that, because this thing hugs the block a lot closer than this one. No. Hold on, I gotta put you down. All right, so we're back. So this is the driver's side version of the other header. This is the CTS-V one. And you can see where the problem is. This one just barely clears. This comes up too high. And if I cut it back further, I end up with the same open issue. So I'm gonna work on that tomorrow, which is probably going to involve this here being trimmed to fit to kind of do one of these-ish so that it goes away and then back, and it's gonna be tilted a little bit. That'll take some playing with, but I'll do that tomorrow. And then once this is sorted out, we will go under the car. That one there will go under the car. And once they're under the car, I'm gonna work on solely doing the necessary requirements to be able to fire the vehicle soon. Because I'd like to turn it on and make sure everything works good. So we'll take care of that coming up soon. Ideally, I want to get this stuff done tomorrow, get it under the car, preferably make that pile of parts significantly smaller. We have a radiator and a fan and stuff, all of it. So if I can get all of that in tomorrow and have the exhaust under the car, I think that puts us in a really good position to come in next weekend. The Holly's hiding, and wire the Holly up and then go from there. Because I'm pretty sure our throttle body adapter got ordered today. So we have a lot of stuff coming. Here, let me flip. So we have a lot of stuff coming. All the miscellaneous little things that we missed or that hadn't arrived or whatever the case is. We have that stuff all coming in, so we'll take care of that. So once the exhaust is under the car, finish bolting on all the accessories we can bolt on. Then it's fluids, Holly, fuel pump. Fuel pump system has to be done. And just basically the vroom vroom key. So I think by next weekend, we should be able to hear this thing turn on. Not driving, because I still have to measure for a drive shaft, and I still need to do a whole exhaust and everything like that. But at least turn on. So yeah, see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We're back. So we will turn the shit box on in a minute. It's like 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna try and not wake the neighbors. It's Sunday, so we'll be nice. Ugh. But we gotta start working on headers. I think I'm gonna finish this side completely and get it under the car, and then I'll go to that side, because that side's gonna take me a little while because it's all wonky and stuff. So let's get started. I like it. All right, so I haven't recorded much because I've just been trying to get stuff done. But this is the pain in the ass side. And you can see it's all massaged in there, all nice and pretty like. So this spot required some filling, so it's not the prettiest. I ground it down a little bit. And then these welds came up pretty decent. This spot, the pipe, when I squished it, shifted over a little bit, and that spot makes contact right there with the steering box. So we're gonna massage that a little bit. And I extended this pipe, and now because it's extended, the piece I need to put at the bottom of it, which is this here, to go out to the back of the car like so, will directly come in contact with the steering arm. So this needs to come up like this, probably about there. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. The other header is completely done. The underpipe's done, and it's on the car. It's bolted up. We went to bolt the alternator on and realized that we ordered a Corvette alternator instead of a truck alternator. So there's that. Yeah, we screwed up. So I took the one off the race car to verify, and sure enough, we did it wrong. So we got a new one ordered, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna get back to work on this. I'll probably try to time lapse some of this for you guys, and then we'll end out today. Look, we have headers. Those ones are actually bolted in. These ones are not bolted in yet. Steve's gonna paint them tomorrow because I took all day to make them fit. So he's gonna paint them tomorrow. But you can see the little whoop-de-doo we got going on there. And he got the alternator, well, that's actually the alternator off the RX-7 because the alternator we ordered was for a Corvette, not a truck. So ours didn't fit. So I tested it with mine to make sure we had that right. He has tensioner on, power steering and everything will go on after we paint that header. And we'll replace the coolant temp sensor all at the same time, now that that header doesn't have to come in and out 100 times. Well, let's go look. Let's take a look at the underside. This creeper is the shit. So you can see where that header comes out. We're gonna make that one match. So it currently has to clear the steering arm. So we cleared. So that steering arm is a pain in my ass. That steering box is a pain in my ass. Hold on, there you go. Look, clearance. Yeah. So this side, because I was able to tuck it back, is not a problem. That side was very, very tight. So, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna trim this, because obviously this is pointed back up. I'm gonna trim this like this, and we'll run it back, and I'm probably gonna have it end like this one in the same spot, right about the end of the transmission pan. And then we'll start building the X-pipe. Those pipes are going away because this is, there we go. So this is 2.5 inch pipe inside or over what he had before. And it's like a hot dog down a hallway. So that stuff's all going away. And we're putting a whole new custom exhaust under here. I love this creeper. It's so nice. Cinematic views and all. All right, that's gonna be it for this week. I'm tired. This car kicked my ass. All right, everybody. So, choices were made, and I'm gonna be eating ramen for the rest of my life. No, I'm just kidding. This is our new motor for Little Red. For the Observant Bunch, you'll notice it's a little bit different color than the other one. Yeah, so this is an LC9 5.3 with flat tops. This is an aluminum Gen 4, and it will be replacing our cast iron Gen 3 4.8. So I was talking to my buddy Matt Lemfier. I'm probably gonna screw that up. Sorry if I do. The owner of Turtle Miata. And we were discussing running at FL2K, and I was trying to gauge where I needed to be. And he basically told me I wasn't allowed to be slow. He gave me a really, 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 really good deal on this here. So good I couldn't say no. my hair looking all wonky. So, life choices. Phone's telling me I'm dying. But yeah, so life choices. We're gonna go through and clean it all up. Everything else looks pretty good. I gotta pull a couple of lifters, pull the stock cam out, pull out the rings, or pull out the pistons, clean the pistons up, put new rings in it, gap them all, and then this is going to go in the ship box behind that ship box. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is going to be a whole new ball game. We're no longer limited to the power level we were at. We're allowed to, it's safer. I won't say we're allowed to, but it is safer for us to go with a higher power level now because of the fancy Gen 4 rods. And the aluminum motor should be stout, should be good there. So yeah. See you guys next time.